What's up, everybody? It's Jonathan from Lone Wolf Day Trading, and what a day it's been. That's right, Mom. You don't have to hide your face in public anymore. Your son made it. Look at this. Garage Day Trader. Now, am I the next Garage Day Trader? Obviously not. Not as devilishly handsome as that guy. But he did give me the opportunity to head his chat room. I had 2 trades, both green. I don't have any more goals after that. Trade a chat room, head the chat room. That's it. I'm going to the top. I won't Okay, maybe I'll forget you guys. But don't forget, you're the reason that I got there. Let's get into the action. Now, before we get into the action, I know you're out there, Garage Day Trader. I'm going to need the autograph somewhere in this area. You can choose wherever. That's fine. Just somewhere in here. Don't worry, it won't be on eBay until you get a little bigger in your channel, and then it's probably gonna be the first one on eBay. But you know, let's just not worry about that. So just let me know. I can hit you up. You can hit me up. Just anywhere right here. Thank you. All right. So the 2 stocks I decided to trade today were PYX and TSLA. So Tesla and me have a love-hate relationship. Lately, I've been loving it. It's been hating me, and I'm sure it's going to flop in the near future. So when this stock opened, well, within the pre-market, it was green. Normally, I don't short green stocks, but the wild thing is, as we look on the left-hand side, this stock went from a low at 348.50 all the way up to a high of 353, basically $5 in 3 minutes. So when I saw that, and also this wicking candle, it hit the 353, a hold number. Hold numbers are always going to have some type of resistance line to it because people are either wanting to sell it when it gets to a certain number, they're wanting to buy it, So if you look at my entry over here, 150 shares, 351.50. At the top of this candle right here, 351.50, I got into the trade. Now, if we're actually looking at it in real time, the VWAP and the moving average were both they're both support lines, and it was kind of bouncing around. It got me, I wouldn't say nervous, but it was green on the day, and it's not normally a trade that I would take. So at 351.18, 150 shares, I got out of the trade. So I made $48 on the trade. I'm glad that I got a little scalp off of it. Again, not my trading style, but this next stock, PYX, this is really what I look out for. Now, as we see within the pre-market, it was red. We look at right here, it went up to the VWAP. It's bounced around the VWAP. I could have easily gotten to a trade saying, hey, it's going to bounce off this VWAP. It's going to continue down for the rest of the day. I could have looked at it like that. But the thing that I look at that a lot of people don't look at, I don't even know how I figured it out. I mean, it's not a secret. It's just a graph. Everyone can see the graphs. But I look at the previous low right here on the day. The previous day's low was 22.70. So I look here at 19.43, and I'm like, it still has some room to go up. I mean, I could have scalped it right here, but it still has room to go up. Now, if we go a little bit over, you see all this movement past the VWAP, following the moving average. Look how overextended we are off the VWAP right here. So this is where I was looking for the entry. I have a high here at 21.43, 22.70. That's pretty close. That's like $1 off. It's basically filled the gap. Now, is it going to go all the way up to 22.69? Probably not. I mean, I've seen stocks do it before, but, probably not. So I'm looking at this. It's going down. It's holding right here. We have a support line at 20.50. So we go a little further over. 22.50 is the support line. Now, this where I got into this trade, I got in at 20.90 at 10.49. So 10.49, 20.90, like right above the moving average. Now, when I got into this trade, I only got in 100 shares. I was expecting for it to go up. If we look at it, at the point that I got in, we have a cup right here. I was thinking a handle was going to form, and a handle did form right here. But the thing is, this handle didn't break that high. Now, what happens here is it goes up, boom, hits 21.38 and just sells off. Instead of being on this side of the moving average, it switches and it's on the bottom side of the moving average. Now, I wanted it to break this 20.50 area. That was my goal. It'll break 20.50, but there's a lot of buying pressure. So you know, it might break 2050 and shoot straight back up. So I held through it. It breaks through. It breaks 2050, but the spread was so large on it. As you see right now, 1934, 1941. You know, that's a good amount of spread, but the spread at the time when it was going down was, you know, 15, 20 cents. I'm not going to get out of the trade when the spread's that large. I'll wait for it to close the gap. Once it starts to close, then I'll get out of the trade. So I said, hey, if it breaks this 2050, which it did, you know, I'll wait for it to close the gap a little bit. It breaks 2050. As you see, I got out at 2030. So I got 60-cent profit, $60 off 100 shares. That's good. You know, a lot of people would say you made, you know, you made 60 bucks. Who cares? What are you gonna do with 60 bucks? Okay, yeah, you could look at it that way. You could look at it, and that's fair. You know, 60 bucks. You know, to a trader like myself, that's not a lot. I've had larger wins than that. But the thing is, I was comfortable with this trade. I got into this trade. While it was going, I was looking at different stocks. I was looking at Tesla. I was looking at Win. I was looking at all these different stocks. And, you know, I wasn't like staring at it like, oh, crap. Oh, it's going up. It's going up. You know, no, that's not how I'm going to trade. You know, I'm not going to live in fear when I trade. Okay, if it goes up one more and I'm out. I'm not going to do that. That's no way to trade. You need to be comfortable. You know, and that's why I've tailored my trading style to be comfortable. So breaks to 2050, I get out at 2030. Of course, goes down to 1972. So looking in hindsight, I should have been, okay, I'll short here and I'll cover right there. Yep. So looking in hindsight, it's easy, but when I shorted it right here, I didn't have the rest of this graph. You know, now I did call out that there would be a cup and handle. We see the handle here. But again, you don't have all this graph. When you buy it or when you short it, basically, if I can move it right, this is all I saw, just right to here. There wasn't all this. So looking at it, it's holding this moving average. It should continue to go up. In this case, it didn't. So $48 on Tesla, $60 on PYX. Can't complain. It's a green day, and I had so much fun in the chat room. I really do appreciate, you know, the opportunity to do that. Thank you all so much for checking out my trading recap. Again, thank you GDT for allowing me the opportunity to head your chat room. It was a very unique experience. It was definitely an honor and a pleasure. I truly appreciate it. If you ever need anything whatsoever, you know, let me know. Not kidding about the signature. Right in this there, really, you could do the back piece too. You know, whatever's fine. Just let me know. But again, truly an honor. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. This is Jonathan from Lone Wolf Day Trading. Stay green.